Hello, good afternoon. Maraming salamat po. Since we were pressed for time, I'll just take your questions para po ano naman. No?
Sir, dun sa cross-examination, ready na po ba si Attorney Narvasa po ba ang mag-cross-examine today? And ano po yung intention niya going into the cross-examination? Will we play the 2-hour press conference?
Yes, si Attorney Narvasa yung magko-cross-examine today as he was on the rostrum yesterday. He'll also be in the rostrum today. We're expecting a good cross for today. Attorney Narvasa is well prepared. And pagdating naman dun sa 2-hour video, tingnan muna natin kung we will need to play that or kung we don't have to play the entire thing but is able to at least prove our point. No? So right now, hindi pa kami, titingnan muna natin yung takbo ng cross-examination later.
Attorney, sabi ng prosecution kanina na there could be a chance na quote-unquote basagin yung credibility ng witness. Ganun po bang gagawin niyo po ngayon later sa cross-examination?
Well, usually naman, yan naman talaga ang purpose ng cross. No? That's one of the purposes. No? Not the only purpose, but one of the purposes. But tayo, we just want to ferret out, what our position is, what we feel is really the truth on the matter. So ayoko naman gamitin yung word na basagin in fairness to the witness. I'm sure the witness is just doing his job also. So sa atin, we're just there to cross-examine, test the testimony of the witness, and ferret out the truth.
Sir, ano po yung naging reaction ni VP Sara dun sa nangyari po kahapon? Did she monitor?
Yesterday, magkausap kami kagabi. Wala naman siyang naging any bad reaction or anything to that. No, in fact, she just always keeps on thanking the defense team for doing our job. Alam niyo, abogado rin kasi ang ating vice presidente, so I guess naiintindihan niya lalo na yung mga court proceedings. So wala naman po siyang naging issues.
Sir, susundan ko lang po yung tanong ni Ate Camille. Kahapon din po kasi si Attorney Lorna Kapunan raised possibility that the Vice President, they will move to subpoena the Vice President. Napag-usapan mo po ba ito ng vice at ano po yung reaction niya sa possibility na may subpoena request?
Oo. To be honest, kagabi hindi namin napag-usapan yan. I think medyo nawala na rin sa no? So hindi ko natanong sa kanya yan. But, that's something for the defense to really take care of. And ako naman, in fairness to the prosecution, as I always say, it's within their prerogative to call whoever witness they want to call for as long as it is allowed by law and within the bounds of the law and the rules. So, sa atin, kung sakali man na magkaroon ng motion na ganyan, then we will have to give our position on the matter, specifically because there are constitutional issues, meaning there are fundamental rights that are protected under the Constitution, especially when it comes to the respondent.
Attorney, naghain po ng petisyon si Senator Leon Cotorian and 8 others laban po sa pagsilbi ni Senator Chis Escudero bilang presiding officer. Alam po ba to ni Vice President Sara Duterte? May kinalaman po ba ang kampo ng defense team?
Opo. First, dun sa kung alam ng Vice President, hindi ko alam, but I would suppose hindi niya alam dahil hindi namin napag-usapan at all yung paghain ng petisyon. In fact, I only found out about the petition this morning when I was in an interview, at nabanggit. So, to be honest, kasi dahil nandito tayo buong araw, I wasn't able to monitor. Hindi ko po nabalitaan yung petition. Pagdating naman sa defense team, ako po categorically masasabi ko na hindi namin alam na magkakaroon ng petisyon or may plano mang magkaroon ng petisyon. Hindi ko nga alam na naihain na yung petisyon. Attorney Torion and I know each other. I think we're acquaintances, but we're not in communication. And especially with this petition, hindi po kami nagkausap tungkol dito.
Do you support the petition?
No, the defense would like to just focus on the impeachment trial. Yung petition, I haven't read the petition at all, so I don't know what it says. So I'm not in any position to support or not support any petition.
But are you satisfied with the performance of the presiding officer sa pagkaka-elect niya doon sa proseso na ginawa?
Well, sa akin naman po, naging orderly naman yung conduct ng trial for the past 2 days, no? And yesterday, nung may first witness na talaga na na-present. So, there's nothing I can say against the presiding officer. It would be inappropriate for me to comment against senator judges also.
Sir, nakarating na po ba kay VP Sara yung request that din ng prosecution na ipasubina yung kanyang chief of staff na si Attorney Zuleika Lopez, and how did she respond to that?
Yes, nakarating na, nabanggit ko sa kanya yon, and well, she knows, na gano'n naman talaga ang mangyari because sa pre-trial brief pa lang nakalista naman. In fact, even ako nakalista doon, di ba? And that's okay. Sa akin nga, sinasabi ko parate, ulitin ko lang, prerogatiba ng ano yan, ng prosecution. So sa atin naman, when the witness is there, they're given the chance to direct the witness and we're given the chance to cross-examine. So ano naman po tayo, talagang normal sa proceedings. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Attorney Torion, so walang hindi kinonsult ni Vice President Sara.
I cannot speak for the Vice President kung nagkausap sila, but as far as I know, wala namang nabanggit sa akin ng Vice Presidente na alam niya to or may nagkausap sila. So as far as I know, no, walang ganon. But kami sa defense, I can only speak for the defense, no. And for the defense, hindi talaga kami nag-usap at all.
Base sa paghahanda ng defense attorney, same length ba ng oras ang ibubugol ninyo sa cross-examination kay Calino today?
Hindi natin masasabi. Hopefully naman, syempre kami, ang gusto namin, and even the prosecution for sure, ang gusto naman namin mapabilis lahat ng proceedings. Kahapon, in fairness to the prosecution, kinakailangan lang talaga yung ganung oras because, you need the witness to identify, authenticate all these documents, paano niya in-extract, etc. So, just to be fair to the prosecution, kung kami man yun, siguro ganun din kahaba because you really need the witness to do that, no? At sa amin, sa cross-examination, we're hoping naman na hindi ganun kahaba. But tingnan natin kasi it will really depend, no, sa takbo ng questions.
Attorney, strategy nyo ba sa defense na mag-object parate doon sa mga inihahain ng prosecution? Talaga bang ganun ang strategiya ng defense?
Opo, hindi po, Sir Ian, hindi po strategy yon. Actually, it's really something that lawyers do every day in court. Bakit? Kasi under the rules, there are questions that are objectionable and there are questions that are allowed. And if questions are objectionable, syempre, trabaho rin po ng abogado, whether it be defense or the prosecution, to object. No? And the rule is that in terms of testimony being given by a witness, that we have to object as soon as the ground is apparent, no? Ibig sabihin, pag lumabas na at napansin mo na objectionable yung question ng kabilang panig, dapat mag-object ka na kagad. Kasi kung hindi ka mag-object, that will be considered waived, no, on our part. So, ginagawa lang naman namin yung trabaho po namin. But as to strategy, hindi naman po ganun babaw yung strategy namin na object lang ng object. Opo.
Attorney, nabanggit po hapon yung pagiging hostile witness. So, yung sa part naman po ng defense team, are you also considering to call on Vice President Sara Duterte as your witness?
Right now, wala kaming nalagay na ganyan sa aming pre-trial brief. No? Yung hostile witness, ang hostile witnesses po, dapat po kina-qualify po muna yan. Meaning, pag pinatawag mo sa stand, kailangan mo ipakita sa korte na talagang hostile ang magiging testimony ng isang witness and they will have to ask for the court to declare the witness as a hostile witness. No? Ano ba ang pagkakaibahan nun? Pag hostile witness po kasi, para lang sa kalaman ng ating mga kababayan, kung ako ang nagde-direct, meaning usually hindi ako pwede magtanong ng leading questions or questions answerable by yes or no. Pero pag ang isang witness ay mula sa pagiging ordinary witness ay naging hostile witness, pwede na po siyang tanungin na nagde-direct sa kanya ng yes and no questions answerable by yes and no. So, yun naman po yung usual nuances pagdating sa hostile witness. But to answer your question, sa amin wala naman po sa listahan namin. But ang parati namin sinasabi is, kung darating ang oras na sa pananaw namin ay kinakailangan, then syempre we will consult our client regarding the matter.
Ready kaya si VP Sara kung dumating ang time na yun?
Never naman siya nagpakita ng any objection, no? But I guess it will have to really depend on kung ano yung takbo ng trial talaga.
Sir, just a matter of clarification, if the court should and if the court orders her appearance, may legal ways ba siyang pwedeng gawin para hindi masunod yung subpoena or is she really required to face?
Well, we'll see. Of course, there will always be remedies, no? Especially if the issue is a fundamental right under the Constitution. So, tingnan po muna natin. I don't also want to preempt the presiding officer, si Senator Cheese Escudero, and also the senator judges. So, tingnan po muna natin. And then, pag dumating tayo doon, definitely magbibigay naman ako ng panayam kung ano pong magiging posisyon namin.
Attorney, sir, pagka po pinasabi na siya as hostile witness, i-assert po ba ng defense yung kanyang right against self-incrimination?
Isa yan sa mga bagay na available to us. Of course, I know kahit kahapon nabanggit ng presiding officer that these things might be debatable, diba? So tingnan po muna natin, no? But kasi ang hirap magsalita habang wala pa naman yung motion ng prosecution. So tingnan lang po natin, but definitely we're aware of the remedies available to us. And then syempre it will be done in consultation also with the Vice President.
Attorney, according to prosecution, there's still a possibility for them to question yung 16 threshold to convict the Vice President. What's the reaction of the defense?
I think naman that in fact nasabi yun, I think doon sa proceedings natin, that any party has the right to raise an issue before the appropriate forum, whether it be the Supreme Court, no, to question yung ganung current standing or position ng impeachment court that it has to be 16 to convict. It's well within their rights, but of course if they file, I'm sure the Supreme Court or whatever appropriate forum they file that in will ask us to give our comment also.
Pero hindi ba magiging pangamba sa defense team kung bababa yung threshold?
Hindi pa namin iniisip kasi nga nung tinatanong niyo ako 2 weeks ago, ang sabi ko is wala pa namang categorical pronouncement. Ngayon, nagkaroon ng categorical pronouncement na 16. So, pag dumating man sa panahon na gustong i-question yon, we will just submit our comments then. No? But sa amin, isa lang naman ang posisyon ng defense dyan sa threshold. The Constitution is clear for us.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you.
16.
Thank you. Yun na lang siguro, Sir Ian. We'll just leave it as that. No? The Constitution is clear. All members of the Senate.
Sir,
Thank you.
magiging regular ba yung pag-visit ni Vice President dito?
Wala kaming schedule. Yung kahapon po talaga, kaya nga ayokong bigyan ng laman sana yun kasi yung kahapon biglaan lang that we asked for a meeting, she was available, and she also wanted to see us, and she also wanted to thank everyone in the defense team in person. So napag-usapan na dadaan siya kahapon. Pero kung kailan siya pupunta next, hindi pa po namin napag-uusapan.
Sir, habol lang, baka nasabi ni VP, ano po yung napag-usapan nila ni Senator Marcoleta nung binisita niya dun sa PNP General Hospital?
Ay, hindi namin napag-usapan, ma'am. Kasi,
It was planned that she's
but
planning to visit.
I don't know. I'm not from OVP anymore, so I'm only her lawyer. So I wouldn't know her schedule, but hindi namin napag-usapan kung ano yung ano. And I think that's something private to them, so she's not the type also to naikwento kung ano yung mga napag-usapan.
So ganun ko lang po yun. Can this affect the case? Kasi as we all know, Senator Marcoleta can still vote. I mean, at this point, sabi nila, may posibilidad pa rin na pwede siyang pabotohin doon sa kaso ni VP Sara. So yung meeting po ba nila ay pwedeng maka-apekto dun sa kaso?
I don't know. I think well, I don't want to speculate, to be honest, but she always visits naman people who consider her friends and give her support, 'di ba? Syempre lalo na mahirap yung katayuan ni Senator Marcoleta. So, but will it affect the case? Nababanggit na naman sa impeachment court, 'di ba, na if hindi ka makapag-participate one way or the other, then that's actually in favor of the defense because abstain ang mangyayari, hindi ba? Or no vote. So, yung mga ganyang bagay. Medyo masalimuot. I don't want to, we're just talking here, no, as on a theoretical sense. So, I don't want to get into the merits. Itayin na lang natin kung may maghain ng petisyon, dahil sabi naman, baka may maghain, and we will comment. Thank you. Thank you.
Clickbait daw po yung pagbisita ni Vice President.
Sabi ng defense? Sabi ng prosecution.
Si Ortega daw po nagsabi na clickbait daw yun.
Well, he's entitled to think whatever he wants to think about it. I respect Representative Ortega. But sa amin, sinabi ko lang sa inyo kung ano yung totoo. In fact, when I came in here, ayoko nang mag-expect kayo. So sinabi ko na kaagad, no, na she's only here for a meeting with us. Thank you. Thank you. I have to go na kasi magto 2 p.m. na po. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat.